Okay, so we're gonna do the Ad Nauseam Spoils deck tech for the Pay for Magic version that I've been running, deck list that I've been running in Modern, in Tabletop, that I used in the video, and I run at tournaments. Has done very well. Not the exact list that I prefer to play in Mitgo, but due to the new rules on proxies, I do have to update on 8 cards. But for all intents and purposes, it works. And there's a little bit in the mana base I need to change, but I just haven't seen the necessity in making the trades and purchases at this point. But I will. But the general idea is there, and the deck functions very, very well. So we'll start out with mana base, and the deck is pretty well known. But mana wise, start out with your fast lands. So 4 Seachrome Coast. Now you may notice that the Dark Slick Shores are missing. Okay. In its place, I'm using 2 Watery Grave and 1 Urborg, and a basic swamp, as opposed to 4 Dark Slicks. There's also an extra Hallowed Fountain. Temples. 1 Temple of Enlightenment, 3 Temple of Deceit, Utility Land, 2 Dreadship Reef, Urborg, which is utility land in a sense, 3 City of Brass, for when you want to go off, usually, to get your last land drop on the turn, or just in place of Gemstone Mine. I'm not going to say that it's better than Gemstone Mine. It is cheaper in most situations, and I found it to be quite useful. Basic lands, 2 island, 1 swamp, 1 basic plain. So the mana base is not perfect, it's not ideal, but it does work, it is functional. Card wise, we have 2 Sleight of Hand. 4 Sleight of Hand, 4 Serum Vision for your combo package. For Ad Nauseam, the namesake, 3 Spoils of the Vault, 3 Phyrexian Unlife, 4 Angel Grace, finishers, 1 Conflagrate, 1 Lightning Storm. I like running 2 win conditions with Spoils of the Vault, which is percentage-wise a necessity in a way. 4 Simian Spirit Guide. I have run a list online that uses Desperate Ritual, which actually works out quite well. I kind of alternate, flip-flop back and forth on it sometimes. You can run an extra Desperate Ritual in place of another card. Perfectly acceptable, no problem doing it. Fast mana, 4 Pentad Prism, 4 Lotus Bloom, and 3 Pact of Negation. Kind of goes along with your combo package, a little bit of protection. So that is your deck. Sideboard. Sideboard is I've liked it so far that it's played. We have the mostly necessary 4 Leyline of Sanctity, which you see are proxies, which I need to update. For control matchups, which may not be necessary as much now that Splinter Twin is not in the format, but all the time ends up being a very good spell, is 1 Esper Charm, 1 Echoing Truth, deal with anything pesky, comes in most just any matchup. Depending on your meta, in a creature-heavy meta, or an aggro-based meta, Porphyry Nodes, very, very, mostly unknown spell, very, very good. 1 Patrician Scorn, which is in there as a defense against ley lines and other pesky enchantments. 1 Laboratory Maniac, which you can flex to a main deck slot as a second win condition, or even a third in a sense. 1 Slaughter Pact, pesky creatures. 1 Pongify, which helps against like your Emeria. I'm sorry, Iona, Shield of Emeria type decks. They generally don't expect the Pongify. They expect Path to Exile and whatnot. I like Pongify a little bit better. There are times when it can cause you issues, but not giving them a land can actually be kind of relevant in Modern a lot of times. 3 Darkness. As you see, I have quite a bit of hate versus creature-based decks with the Porphyry Nodes, Slaughter Pact, Pongify, and 3 Darkness. But Darkness really helps shore up your matches, like Hexproof. It can help it burn. Infect for sure, which can be a horrible matchup a lot of times. And 1 Gigadrowse, which has all-around great utility. So that's your 15-card sideboard. That is your 60-card main deck. Been very happy with it. Performs very well. We'll try to run some more paper games. I've got a friend that's built Balance. He has Burn. He has modern black-white tokens and whatnot. We've got quite a few other modern decks, fringe decks that are just fun to play. So we'll try to get some paper games up, and we're gonna get him a deck tech on his Burn deck in, and we'll get some more matchups for you. And I recommend trying out the deck. It's very fun, very interesting deck to play. It's not so much fringe as it was now that Splinter Twin is gone and Titan Bloom, but it is degenerate, and that's what I like playing in Modern. So that's the deck tech.